Welcome to the video. In this video we're going to take a quick look at this quadcopter kit here. Now this is the NightHawk 200/170 and it comes with the frame, the motors, the ESCs, the power distribution board, the other bits and two, comes with some props as well, and also comes with the Skyline 32 flight controller. So with the addition of a receiver and a battery, then you have a quadcopter that you can start to fly. Now we've built a couple of these in the past, and this one is from banggood.com, so we need to say a very big thank you to those guys for shipping this to us, and we're going to use it though in a slightly different way. We're actually going to use it and put a CC3D Revolution flight controller on here with a GPS and some other bits and pieces as part of our CC3D Revo series. As I know we will be asked as part of that series about the frame that we're using, I thought it was useful to actually show you the kit before we start taking everything out the bags, getting ready for the second video in that series where we're actually going to start putting this all together and building it with a CC3D Revolution. So what I want to do is go through each of these pieces and show you them in detail. So the link's in the description if this is something that you're interested in and you want to follow along with the CC3D Revolution series and build the same model. But for now, let me show you each of the individual packages and what we've got as part of this kit. The first thing on the top are these things here. These are little Emacs Nano speed controllers, and when it says Nano, it really means it. Here's one that's out of the packet. Really tiny things. Now these are going to work beautifully with Revolution because they have one-shot 125 support, so when we come to set that up we'll be configuring it as such. I'm very tempted to put a little bit of heat shrink on these. I may be able to mount them in the center of the frame, but if I have to mount them out on the arms, then they potentially are going to be getting in the way of a little bit of dirt and moisture. So there are 4 of those that form part of the kit. The next part of the kit that we're actually not going to use this time, but if you didn't want to use a CC3D Revolution, you could use this, is the Skyline 32 flight controller. Now this is a very similar flight controller to things like the NAS 32, typically flashed with clean flight or base flight, and is a nice board to fly. Now this is going to be something that we're going to put into the spares bin, and we might use it in a future video, but for now that's not something we're going to use for our build. The next thing that we get then, of course, are the motors. Now the really nice thing about these Emacs motors is the way they come. I'm always impressed by how well they're packaged. These are actually the version 2 motors. So for those of you that have watched the channel for a while, you'll know that I'm a huge fan of the Emacs motors, particularly the 2204 2300, and these are the version 2 of them, which it'll be great to get these on the model and actually get them flying. So we have 4 of these that we can put out on the arms, so that's those boxes. Then we have things like a buzzer, we have a power distribution board, and we also have some props as well. And then we actually have the frame itself. Now the reason we're using a NightHawk 200/170 frame is that we've already looked at a NightHawk product, which was the NightHawk Pro 280, and that was a fantastic flying model. That's one that is still in my fleet today. It's a pre-built one that comes ready to go, and it's been a ton of fun. So this is going to join the fleet. So as you open the box, then we have a manual. We have the ends that go around the arms and protect the bottom of the motors. I think these are a great idea and something that I'm tempted to 3D print for some of my other models, because when you come down, particularly in the winter weather, it tends to splash a lot of grit and rubbish into the bottom of your motors, and particularly with these new motors that they've shipped here as part of this kit, these version 2s, there's a lot of open area, which is great for cooling, but by having these kind of guards in place, it's going to stop some of that rubbish splashing up into the props. We also then have a bag of bits, screws and whatnot to put it together, the standoffs and the connectors for the frame to go together, a bag of Velcro and cable ties along with some double-sided foam, which is nice, the top plates for the frame, and then in the very bottom a big one-piece of carbon fibre that's actually going to be the bottom part of the frame. So this is what we're going to use to actually put our CC3D Revolution in the middle of and build out in the next video. So thanks again to Banggood.com for sending this to us, and hopefully now you'll move on to the next video in our CC3D Revolution series, where we're going to take this kit and we're going to build it with that flight controller. Thank you for taking the time to watch that video. There are lots of other videos on the channel and they're carefully ordered into playlists, so you may find that there are other videos on this same subject that you can go and watch. So I would recommend going into the playlist area of Painless 360 YouTube channel and looking around and seeing what there is. You never know what you might find. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and happy flying.